Hey everyone, Percy Jules here. Merry Christmas to everyone. And yes, I know it's already the 26th and I'm not even sure if everywhere across the world it is still officially Christmas. But where I'm from the Netherlands, we have 2 days of Christmas. So I'm definitely entitled to wish everyone a great Christmas. You know, despite of everything that's been going on with the whole COVID crisis, I do wish everyone the best. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about a brand new plugin that is free to download for a limited time only. So keep watching.
Supercy.
Okay, today we're going to talk about a brand new plugin from AudioThing, and the name of the plugin is Things Texture. So AudioThing Things Texture. Let me explain real quickly. So the name of the company is AudioThing, and as they mentioned on their website, they're going to release a new series of smaller plugins, and the name of the series is Things, and the name of the specific plugin is Texture. Got it? Now, as I mentioned, it is free to download, but it is free to download only until the 31st of December of 2020. So hurry up. Now, I will leave a link in the description, so go check it out. Once you've downloaded it, it will look something like this. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, it is a very simple looking plugin. So it only has a few knobs, so there's not a lot to it as far as the interface is concerned, but believe me, it does have some power. But what is it? So what is texture? Now let's go back to the website, and here you can see that they themselves call it a granular reverb. And as they say, texture can transform any sound into an ambient soundscape or add that drone vibe to your tracks. Really? Well, let's check it out. Alright, now I've created a little demo loop here, and let's first just take a listen. Let's go. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, now let's first focus on the organ. Let me solo the organ, and this is what it sounds like soloed. Okay. Now let's bring in texture, and let me activate it. And nothing happens, and that's because the mix knob is turned all the way to the left, which means that only the original dry sound is coming through. But watch what happens when I just gently turn it to the right. So immediately a huge difference. But we're also hearing a kind of reverb, but there is also a kind of granular, as they also mentioned on the website, a kind of granular aspect to it. So if we look at this knob right here, let me turn the knob all the way to the right. Okay, so now we're hearing a much more, I would say, a much more classical, straightforward reverb, right? We all recognize this. All right, but now let's turn it all the way to the left, to the grains side, and see what happens. So it's still a kind of reverb, but it's much more granular, much more grainy or something like that. I don't know if this gesture really reflects what I mean, but I hope you do know what I mean. So with this knob, we can mix between that more grainy kind of reverb and a much more classical reverb. All right. Now we also have mid-side options. So just listen to what happens when I engage the mid-side knob. So you can still hear the reverb, but it's kind of been pushed to the side, very gently pushed to the side. Yeah. I really like this. So let's bring in the mix and let's see how it sounds in the mix. Great stuff. Alright, now let's focus on the guitar. So let me first solo the guitar, and it sounds like this. Alright, now let's bring in texture and see what happens when I turn the mix knob. Oh, that is amazing. That's amazing. Okay, well, let's play with this grains reverb knob. Let me first turn it to the right. And now we're only hearing the, well, what I call the classical reverb. Which is nice, but I think that, especially with this sound, especially that graininess is perfect for this sound. So let's turn it to the left again. Okay, not too far. Let me put it in the middle again. 50%. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. So, two more things we haven't talked about. So first of all, the diffusion, kind of self-explanatory. If you listen to the reverb, I think it sounds very nice already, but you might experience it as a little bit being in your face. Okay, now see what happens when I engage the diffusion knob. So this is without. And this is with. Without. And with. So it's a little bit softer in a way, you know, it kind of takes away the attack, you know, so it's not so much in your face anymore. Now, finally, last but not least, we have the pitch. So we can choose to either increase the pitch by 12 semitones or lower the pitch by 12 semitones. So let's do that. Let's lower it first and see what happens. So that's very interesting effect. So the reverb has now been, you know, lowered by 12 semitones. But as I mentioned, we can also increase it by 12 semitones, and that sounds like this. I think I'm gonna really like how this sounds in the mix. So let's stop it for a moment. Let me bypass it. Let me unsolo the guitar. I'm gonna play the loop again, and then I'm gonna bring in texture. Okay, let's go. This is first without texture. Okay, now let's bring in texture. Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely. Okay, it's kind of conclusion time. So what do I think of texture? Well, first of all, as I mentioned, it is a very, very simple, small plugin. You know, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knobs to play with, you know, but that might actually be one of its strengths, because it's very simple, it's very easy to use, it's very easy to understand, and it will allow you to get some really, really good results very quickly. You know, I really love that graininess, you know, and the fact that you can dial between, you can mix between the more classical reverb, as I keep calling it, and the more grainy kind of reverb. I really love that. I also really love the mid-side capabilities, where you can push things to the side a little bit. I also really like that pitch thing. It doesn't give you a lot of detail, you know, it doesn't allow you to dial in a lot of detail. For example, the mid side, it's either on or it's off. You don't have anything in between. It doesn't give you a lot of detailed capabilities of you know, setting the parameters. But again, very easy to use. And you know, it's very easy to get good results very quickly. And as you can hear with this very simple loop, how this little thing, just adding 2 instances, will liven up that little loop so much, you know, so I love it. Okay, so that's about it for today. Those are my thoughts on AudioThing Things Texture. Go check it out for yourself, and if you can, do it before the end of the year 2020, because then you can download it for free. But anyway, go check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment below. For now, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna talk to you in the next video.